Hello students, welcome to KlassPM. In today's class we are going to discuss about corrosion. What is corrosion? So we know that whenever metals, they can be iron made metals, iron made articles or copper made articles or silver or some other gold also. When they are exposed to the atmosphere continuously for many days, what happens? If it is iron, it get rusting. If it is silver, it is get tarnished. A layer is formed on the silver jewelry, or silver articles. So that is called tarnishing of silver. Or a green color layer is formed on the copper. So because there is another compound is formed. So such process is called corrosion. Corrosion does not mean only rusting of iron. It is tarnishing of silver and also development of the green coating on the copper. Or bronze objects is also called rusting. It is simply, you can say that rusting is nothing but destroying the metal objects. Now we will take one of these as rusting of iron. We will take an example how rusting of iron occurs and what are the requirements for the rusting of iron. If you know the requirements and what's happening in the process of rusting, then you can avoid this rusting. So first see how the rusting will occur. So for that we will do one activity. What is that? Three test tubes and label them as test tube A, test tube B, test tube C. In all these three test tubes, take iron nails. Iron nails are which are newly, not rusted iron nails. The new iron nails you will take and keep them in the test tubes. Now in the first test tube, take a water, pour some water and close it with the cork. In the second test tube, pour some hot distilled water and pour some oil over it in the test tube B. So what is the use of this oil? This oil does not allow oxygen to dissolve in the water, that air. Oxygen do not dissolve in the air because we know that oil and water are miscible liquid. They do not mix with each other. So oil forms a layer over the water so that the oxygen in the air do not dissolve in the water of test tube B. But in test tube A, the oxygen in the air dissolves in the water. In the test tube C, we will take anhydrous calcium chloride. So what is the purpose of this anhydrous calcium chloride? This anhydrous calcium chloride will absorb all the water in the air, that is water vapor in the air. So air will become completely dry. Air will become completely dry. So what this anhydrous calcium chloride is doing, it is absorbing the water vapor in the air of the test tube so that it will that air in the test tube C will become completely dry and close the cork. Now keep it for some days, observe 3 test tube after couple of weeks. And what you are going to observe in that? You are going to observe in that is that only the iron nails in the test tube A, only the iron nails in the test tube A get rusted, but iron nails in the test tube B and C do not get rusted. Why? Why it is happening? Because in the test tube A, the iron nails are exposed to the both water and air. But when it comes to the test tube B, since there is a oil layer, that oil does not allow the gas, that is oxygen, to dissolve in the test tube water. That's why only iron nails are exposed to the water, not oxygen. So they did not get rusted. In the test tube C, so there is only dry air, oxygen is present, there is no water in the test tube. That's why in the test tube C, the iron nails are exposed to only oxygen, not water. So where iron nails are exposed to the both oxygen and water get rusted, if they are exposed to only water, only air in the test tube B and C, they did not get rusted. So that we can conclude that for rusting of iron or corrosion process, what is required? Both for rusting of iron, both water and oxygen are required. This is what we can conclude from the activity. So in the next class we will see how rusting occurs on iron objects. We will see in our next class.